Let me just congratulate the Serbian community on the wonderful contribution they've made right around Australia. I've lived in southwest Sydney for 55 years and I've seen how the Serbian community, through small business, employment, contribution in the schools, the kids studying hard, doing well, community-minded people, the clubs, the activities, the sporting activities, it's all been a great contribution to our nation. So I feel very grateful for that the Serbian community have been wonderful Australians and made our nation stronger. There's a black mark though I want to address. I was distressed, very distressed, earlier this year about the mistreatment of Novak Djokovic. There's, you know, probably the fittest man in the world, the #1 tennis player, a wonderful ambassador for Serbia, who was so mistreated here by our government on the basis that he was unhealthy, too unhealthy to come into Australia. Well, I think it's ridiculous. People like Scott Morrison and Barnaby Joyce, hardly a picture of health themselves, to say to one of the fittest athletes in the world that somehow he was a risk to Australia. And our international reputation suffered. I think it's a black mark in Australian history that a super sports person, an international icon, could be mistreated that way. So One Nation stood against that. We believe very much in people's health choices, in fair treatment of individuals, and hopefully we'll never see anything like that about Novak into the future, and hopefully his career recovers and your great tennis champion goes on to even more victories in the future. So One Nation is all about supporting your community. I mentioned the health choices, I mentioned the fair treatment of people. We believe very much in supporting the education system. I head the Upper House Committee here in the New South Wales Parliament on schools, where we want to get back to basics, get all the political content, the woke rubbish out of the classroom. It's got to be about phonics, reading, writing, the basic subjects, and supporting students to get through to higher qualifications and lead a good life. That's the Australian dream, and our young people are critically important. We can't do that with a failing school system that puts more emphasis on indoctrination than education. So we're very much back to basics. Also service delivery. Where I am in southwest Sydney, we need extra rail lines, public hospitals. I know Fairfield Hospital needs a massive upgrade. Serbian communities tend to go to the growth areas that get left behind, forgotten. So I'm very mindful, having always lived on the urban fringe, about those service requirements and raised them constantly in Parliament. Support for small business, making sure that people who work hard get a reward. That's my life story. You work hard, you get a reward. We can't be funding non-effort forever. So for the communities that get stuck in, run the businesses, look after their kids, want to get ahead, One Nation is with you 100%. So I value the contact I've always had with the Serbian community and hope our relationship into the future can grow even stronger. Thanks for listening.